We're in the beautiful Empire State, specifically Western New York and Clarkson for the Good Neighbor Days and the Lumberjack competition, not to mention a little bit of a dog show. Just before the show got started, Rod had a chance to talk to Matt Marks.
I hear you've done a few things to make yourself more competitive. You want to explain what you've been up to?
Yep. In order to step up my competition level to get to the pro level, I need to have a hot saw. So I just previously last winter built one out of scratch out of a RM250 dirt bike engine. Some of the challenges with working with aluminum is it's a very brittle metal, and after you fuse it together with a weld, a MIG or a TIG weld, around the outsides of the weld become really brittle. And with an engine such as the hot saw, it has a lot of vibrations. So we found that without some serious reinforcement in places, the welds would actually snap. I'm running a 104 Klotz. It's a high octane race fuel for formulated for dirt bikes and dirt bike racing. And what I did was advance the timing just a little to get rid of the detonation that would happen if you advanced it without high octane fuel, and raises compression a little bit with the 80 over kit and milled the head. So it has a little more compression. It can handle the higher octane with advanced timing. It just kicks out about, probably about 15 more horse than regular pump fuel, yeah, with the high octane gas. The chain that I have on there, I actually ordered from a fellow from Quebec, Canada, John Simone Bertrand, and that piece of chain, actually one loop, it's 82 drivers long. It cost me $435.
Well, $435 just for a chain. You know, Lumberjack Sports is a bit of an investment. The saws, those hot saws could be anywhere from $4,000 to $7,000, sometimes even a little bit more.
That's right, and that's the biggest outlay you'd have in any one of these events is a hot saw. Of course, it's the most exciting one to watch. Most of the other events, cross-cut saws set you back about $2,000. Axes are right around $500, so that's what you're looking at to get involved.
And here we are with the hot saw event. In total, we had 8 competitors. We're going to be showing you the top 3 heats. This first heat, our only female competitor, Levon McLaughlin from Pennsylvania, taking on CALE SIGAS.
Oh, and that saw doesn't start for Yvonne. She's not going to be happy, but look at young CALE making a great cut here. Ooh, bobbles his third cut. Finally gets it down to the ground at 8.3.
Well, he does get a third complete cut there. Levon gets her saw started, but she still has a hard time with that upcut right there.
Yeah, misses the second one, of course. Her third one comes down. She's quite wide. She's just struggling all around on that hot saw event.
Well, Levon gets a DQ. CALE SIGAS gets him 8.33. Here we go into the second heat. Chris CICORA taking on Matt Marks. We saw a little bit earlier with his CL Fab machine.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how fast this thing goes. But Chris CICORA, no slouch in the hot saw event, and he's got an old Ed Herd saw here. He can't wait to run.
Here we go. 3 cuts of 13 inches of yellow poplar. Both guys into the wood. Chris CICORA blasts through and lowers the time to beat. Okay, there's all kinds of things to talk about here, Mr. CICORA. First of all, thin to win. That was pretty dicey.
It sure was. I mean, I'm right down at a 1/4 inch if you look to the top of that cookie. I was happy that it was all there, though.
And you mentioned you're not a tall guy, as you noticed when you're looking up at me. But you just get over the top of that log, and you're into that wood in a hurry.
I knew I had to get to the wood in a hurry because I got some really big motors coming up behind me, and the only way I'm going to get them is in the front half and in the corners, so that's what I was going for.
Give me a brief description of what you got here.
It's a 2000 RM250 that I built over this last winter for one of my customers, and it seems to be doing well.
Dave Engasser, Virgil, New York, line mechanic for New York State Electric and Gas.
Paul Feniger, hometown Scottsville, New York, and I am in charge of fleet maintenance for Monroe Community College.
Well, here we go with the 2 big guns of the competition here. 4.50 right now, the time to beat set by Chris CICORA. We got Feniger taking on Engasser.
That's right, and he didn't give a whole lot of time with a time of 4.5 seconds, so these guys have to have a flawless cut to be in there.
They're both running 325 Rotax engines. They've had many battles over the years against each other. It's going to be quick. See if they can both come out with perfect cuts.
Well, how about that, Dave Engasser? He's the first one down, 4.3 seconds.
CICORA put up a pretty good time. You know you had to go hard. Also against Feniger. What are you thinking? The same thing in the underhand? So you had to go for it?
Well, not as much in the hot saw. Paul and I, we've been racing each other, these big saws, little saws for years, and it's always a good race for me and Paul. I'm happy when I beat Paul. Paul's happy when he beats me. Chris had a good run. I don't know what his time was. I really don't care what his time was because unless I do my job, it doesn't matter what Chris cut. If Chris beat me, I'll be the first guy over to shake his hand. I'll be glad for him. I beat Paul. I was pretty happy about that.
So you're pretty relaxed at the gate there when you're got your saw there, 325 cc's between your legs?
Yeah. I mean, heck, that's like running an Echo. It's easy. You just pick it up, pull her open, it goes. It's great.
You know, the hot saw is great to watch on TV. It's fantastic to see it in person. And Gasser wins it over a great field with a 4.30.